welcome back to another episode. To three slips and 30 points. We got Chai back on first slip after his nice little technical glitch where he dropped, fumbled a catch.
Yeah, fumbling of catches these going forward are technical glitches.
Yeah, that's right.
Oops,
So that's
Kohli had
why.
a technical glitch.
Raj has come back to the second slip, and I've also come back to the third slip. But this episode, we'll mainly be talking about the India England T20 series, and obviously the run fest of the last game, and we'll preview the first ODI, which is tomorrow. So, boys, next Yuvraj Singh just needs to be a bit more consistent, but just watching was a delight.
Yeah.
Was
Uh,
absolute delight.
But the crazy thing, to be honest, would be
Mm.
I think at the start of the tournament, if you told England, or if England was coming
Yeah,
into this series, and they probably thought, hey, if we keep Sky down, if we keep Sanju down for the whole series, we win the series.
we win this. Yeah.
yeah.
And from their point of view, they've achieved the objective. But
There are other players. There are...
they forgot about the other nine. What can we do?
Uh,
What can
Oh
we
my
do?
God.
before we delve deeper into Abhishek Sharma's the last ODI, have you seen that? So all along the series, there's been a fight between Jeffrey Archer and Sanju Samson on who's
Yeah.
going to outperform each other. And Sanju kicks off the game with a six.
Boom.
The six. Yeah.
Same shot, he got out multiple times, but Archer pitches at the same place. Sanju plays the
Smashes
same
it for
shot.
six.
This time it just carries to six. And that contest between Sanju and Archer has been an ongoing thing, right? Across the entire series.
And
But
he hit him for
oh
two
yeah,
sixes in that first over.
Two sixes. Yeah, yeah.
two sixes and a boundary, 16
First two, three
runs.
overs were crazy.
Yeah.
I know. Just oh
Well,
my God.
the last game, as long as Abhishek Sharma was facing it, which I think he faced about 10
Yeah.
overs, everything was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, Rest didn't really need to do much, right? He got 135 of 54. It was,
Oh
and we've been sending each other memes about just the comparison between Yuvraj and him, and with the
Yeah.
same team, with the same team.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Abhishek
God.
Sharma has been. I mean, we knew that he had a special talent in him
Yeah.
with the way he played last year's IPL, and we knew it was a sure shot
Mm.
that he was going to make it. It was if he was going to carry on his performance into the T20s for India as well, and I think he's carried on. And like Raj mentioned, if opponents were aiming at two players or three players, there were three other players who were stacked up to
Yeah.
deliver. You had Tilak Varma perform, you had Hardik Pandya, you had Shivam Dube, you had Rinku Singh pitching in. So it was not essentially like, it was not that, you
Mm.
contain or two players and you had the series in your bucket. It's
But
not.
to be honest, I still can't believe Shivam Dube wasn't in the squad from day one. Like I don't know what he did wrong to not be in the squad. Like he was chopping trees in the World Cup. He got us
Yeah.
even in the finals. He got runs.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and then I think he
well,
Just
got injured. He got injured,
yeah.
and then after injury, they didn't take him back in the squad. I was so like the only thing I can think of is his
mm.
fielding because he's very slow in the field, and it takes him very long time to go from point A to point
Mm.
B.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
again, he does the job though, right? He can
But
bowl
did you see
and
him?
he
See
can
him
bat.
at the bowling and batting in
Yeah.
this guy.
Well, he chops trees. He literally chops trees. Anything you bowl at him, he'll literally
Yeah.
just swing through the line.
yeah.
And in
At the
T20s,
T20 World
I've
Cup, I was like, wait, who is this guy? This guy's like, we're like, wait, if MS Dhoni's not there, this guy's not gonna. But no, he's done
yeah.
well. He's pulled across, pulled in quite well. Yeah.
I feel. I mean, the next T20 World Cup is what, about a year and a half away,
yeah.
and this
Mm.
probably is your last few. Because after this T20 series, next is IPL, which you can and can't judge people's performance because it's a whole together different ball game.
Mm.
and then you're almost a year to the next
Away
T20
from,
World Cup.
yeah.
So I felt this was probably the last series that you could do a bit of experiment, try out new players or try out different combinations before you start locking in on your core. Playing 11 and that touring 15 or 16 players. So I still feel Dubé is going to make the cut into the squad any
Yeah.
given day. Uh, but yeah, you're essentially trying your combinations. And
But you want to
And
give him
plus he
as
can
much
get
playing time as possible, right?
yeah, this is where,
yeah.
from
And like,
after IPL is where you lock in your team and then you stick with the
Mm,
same team. So you got in about a year's time. And we all know leading into a sort of World Cup, you'll see a lot of games for that series. So
mm.
T20s, we had a lot of T20s tests, we had a lot of tests. I'm sure after IPL WTC finals is where you'll have a string of T20 series lined up. And that should probably be enough for testing out your playing 11 from that top 15 or 16 players.
but the other problem was they tried some weird combinations, though, like Jarrell coming in at eight. That guy is not your number eight better.
Nah.
Yeah, and that
Again,
confused me. And I was watching that. I was like,
e-
wait, very low
experimentation.
experimentation. And he
Yeah.
didn't really there was no impact. He didn't really do
Because
much.
there's no
He
like, it's not his
yeah,
face. Like that's not what he practices.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not a pinch hitter who could come whack whack
Mm,
whack.
Yeah,
He's your number three, number four, or worst, lowest is number five. You
yeah.
can't get him any lower than that.
like he needs to be in there in the first 12 overs because in the last
Yeah.
eight he can't just come in and swing. Like
Yeah.
it will be a
Mm.
hard
Hey,
task.
having said that, he's been retained by RR at a big hefty cost as well.
Yeah, I'm
So
not like
we
I still don't
expect
know if
him
I
to
agree.
perform at every level. Uh,
No, but no, that I think they played really well. Obviously, Abhishek, I'll be curious to see him more. And I think after this game, yeah, Dubé, he hasn't got a lot of playing time, but I think he's like got a pretty good slot into the before the T20 World Cup.
Yeah,
Because IPL, yeah,
yeah.
you'll
like
have like
for
just
Dubé,
sparring
I
players,
didn't
yeah.
like now he's done enough to be in the
Yeah,
coach's eyes and everyone's like noticing
yeah.
him. So it'd be
Hey,
hard for them
fourth
to drop him now.
T20 after having a concussion, he's still got a player of the match.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
Yeah,
think that player of the match is purely for his batting performance because India was struggling. India were down six, five down, six down.
yeah.
He hasn't put on 25 extra kilometers in his bowling. Just putting it out
and running to get the
Like
ball while fielding.
my favorite moment was in the last match. He comes into bowl, gets the wicket, I think on the first
First
ball that
ball,
he bowled.
first ball.
He gets that wicket, and then as soon as he like, I don't even think the wicket finished, and they literally panned it to Brendan McCullum, and he's just like just chuckling.
there.
It was so good. It was so good.
Uh,
Uh, no, but
uh,
good points to the cameramen who know how to keep things spicy.
um, Again, the other find of the tournament, and poor guy had to cop a lot of hate for 4 years after one terrible performance against Pakistan about 4 years ago. Is Varun Chakravarti? One poor game dropped him, and now he's back. He's the second highest wicket taker in the Ranji, sorry, in the Vijay Hazare, the ODI series that wrapped up in the domestic
Mm.
circuit.
Wow.
And now he's the leading wicket taker in a T20 series
Oh
for
wow.
India now in the five match series. And his
The,
performance caught the eyes of selectors who have parachuted him into the ODI squad as well. A late inclusion.
the crazy thing for me is this guy's only taken up spin in the last 5 or 6 years, I think. So
Yeah.
he tried
And
everything. Growing up, he was a batter.
Yeah,
And then apparently he didn't get into the squads, like the local Ranji
yeah.
squads. So then he's like, all right, fine, I'll just go into the workforce. So finished his
Mm.
education, goes into
Yeah,
workforce, and he's like, ugh, I'm hating this. Comes
yeah.
back, and he's like, all right, fine, I'll come back into cricket. I'll try fast bowling. Works
Didn't
on it
work
for
out.
3 months. No, works on it for 3 months, gets
Yeah.
injured, messes up his knees,
yeah.
has to get it
Ah.
operated on, goes back into the workforce. Then he's like, oh, I'm hating this. Comes back, and he's like, I'll try spin. And then
Uh,
And Spin got him back
IPL,
into the squad.
and then
Yeah.
IPL. So
well,
how crazy is that? So like from
it's a
that to now
success
getting
story,
retained in IPL,
Yeah.
getting spots in the Indian squad, it's
What a
nuts.
and
And
story.
he's literally
in
a
both
cheat
the
code, right? He's
yeah,
literally a
and
cheat code where no one can
he
actually like figure out what he's doing.
Yeah.
and the change, right? Okay, picking up batting as your primary skill to now
Mm,
bowling is my primary skill
Yeah.
is quite different, right? You got to master a lot of skills to do that transition. He's done it perfectly well.
But also, I've seen him bat. Batting was never his primary skill.
Well, yeah, his intuition felt that he was a batter, so he
Yeah.
to get away from that intuition and switch into no, 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 this is not my primary skill. Bowling is.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Uh,
But
I'm switching focus to the English squad. Yeah, I've got a couple of stats here, which is pretty hard. I mean, tough digest, right? Joss
mm,
Butler is their leading run scorer in the
that
tournament.
makes sense. Yep.
And he scored 146 runs. He's been pretty consistent, right?
Yep.
As we could see, it's been this. The next total scorer, consolidated across 5 matches, is Ben Duckett and scored only 97 runs in 5 games. And then the story gets worse and worse
Yeah.
from there. Right? The next person is Harry Brooks with
Try.
91,
Try.
Salt with
I have a question
87.
for you. I have a question for you. Who's the highest scorer in the non-smog games? Because that's the key parameter. When there's a little bit of smog, you can't see the ball and you can't bat.
Uh,
These Indian people just have like this like special lens or contacts which
Uh,
allow them to bat in those conditions.
well,
oh my God.
I must say, the last game, I'm sure the English team felt a lot of smog of ball
Yeah.
flying across, the white ball flying up.
But
There's
Rajkot was
always a
fine.
cloud. There's always a cloud
Yeah.
around the ball.
Uh, Yeah, so English batting hasn't had a great, right? If you
Mm,
have your Ben Duckett 97, Harry Brooks 91, Phil Salt 87 runs, and then Liamston with 74 runs in 5 games, it does
really not much.
paint a
Yeah. Not much.
picture of your top 4 or 5 players scoring 20 runs apiece in each of the games, or even less than 20 runs apiece, is not, it's not the standard for T20s. You got to have at least one person scoring big, one person to play alongside Butler.
Yeah.
Butler's close 30s, right? The quick 30s that we always ask for in T20s. Butler's only got it with an
Yeah, but
average.
like the problem I thought was in any of the batting attempts from England, they never had a structure. Like if everyone was just like, "Yep, we'll go crazy and we'll try to smash the ball," right?
Mm,
And that's what they're saying, right? Like we play aggressive, but like there's also the other side of aggressive, like the way India's been playing, where they identify that hey, it's this guy's day. So now
yeah.
a Dubé will come in and he'll try rotate strike, even though Dubé knows that on a given ball I can chop that
I
tree
can hit it.
Yeah.
into Mars. But he's like, hey, I can see Abhishek's going hard. Let me just block,
Mm,
give him a single, and he'll bat now. Um,
Yeah,
and then he'll take it on
ha-
him if Abhishek gets out. But
yeah.
I don't think England did that at
but
all.
isn't that basics at that level? Isn't that basics if
Yeah,
one's chopping
exactly,
away,
Yeah,
exactly. So
or
that's what.
England's whole camp is just, hey, baseball. We got to stick with that term.
Yeah. So
Just smash.
if you see any
Yeah.
article being written about that chase, they're all saying we get that the score was massive, but this is still the worst chase ever because there was no like thought
yeah,
behind it.
Mm,
yeah. I think they do have few questions. They've got not few, quite a big questions because
Yeah.
I think if you see their top players, they are the same squad that is going to play the ODIs. Yeah, they're going to
Oh, I think
continue
Root comes
to
in though.
root comes. Oh yeah,
oh, Mr. 100.
would would add. I would
I
also
think
say
that's
Mr.
massive
Structure,
value.
Mr. Cricket at this
Yeah,
point, right? He would be that anchor. He knows
Oh,
how to
massive.
switch gears so quick as well. So
yeah, and he
I'm just
builds. He builds.
yeah,
Yeah.
and him and Butler, these are top two experienced players. Is Butler in the ODI squad? I'm sure
Yeah,
he
He
is.
he
should
is.
be.
He
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yep,
White
he is.
ball, he'll be
Uh,
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he is.
um,
Yeah,
and
he's
the
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 captain.
two of
Yeah,
them, the two of them together, at various batting positions, adds that necessary
yeah.
gel or glue in that batting lineup.
Yeah, yeah. I think also Harry Brook would be decent as long as he wears the right eyes. But I think Harry Brook will bring a lot of value in ODI, I reckon. It's
Yeah,
just
he
sad
does.
that he's come in an era where ODI
Yeah.
is in a decline because I reckon he would be a really good ODI player.
No,
So yeah,
Uh,
that's
thoughts and predictions on the ODI series then, after seeing the T20. Although our T20 squad and ODI squads are very different.
is
very
very
different.
different. Yeah, yeah. I was
Go
just
on.
gonna say, you can't compare the T20's
Yeah.
victory. That's one form we've been consistent all along. ODIs. We played last ODI nearly 4 months ago, before in Sri Lanka series, and
Yeah,
so
and
this
they
is going
lost
to be a
4.
good test.
How
They
did that
lost
go?
3-0, right? I'm pretty sure they lost 3-0. Yeah.
Yes, we won
Yeah,
T20, lost ODI,
yeah,
something like
and
that. Yeah.
the Ranji appearance of all these players doesn't add any confidence as well. So I'm gonna tip it in favor of England 2-1,
Oh, right
Oh,
before champions?
right before champions. Yes.
And all this smog?
and all this. Yeah.
Hey, there is smog that goes against England, but I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but there's Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli coming back into the squad that goes in
Oh,
favor of
But,
England.
but ODIs are like Kohli's like bread and
ODIs.
butter. I feel like
Uh,
if you want Kohli to come back in form, you pay him in ODIs.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
all
Dude,
right.
look at the state we've come to. Look at the state we've come to. People like Coley, we're actually now questioning. We're like, wait, is he at that level? Before a couple of years ago, we're like, yeah, nah, don't worry, we got Coley. Don't
I'm
stress about
I'm happy to be corrected. I will issue an apology
it.
after the next game if I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, right. And then what about bowling?
So,
Who are
yeah,
we after? Do you reckon it'll be
Uh,
out and out spin?
it probably is going to be an out and out spin again,
Which
because
I find crazy.
Dubai.
If they're not going to encounter this much spin in Dubai, they should try make similar conditions so they can have a good go.
But isn't Dubai going to be a
a bit
similar?
more neutral.
It's going to be semi, right? It's going to favor the spinners quite a lot compared to Pakistan itself
So there's a
in
T20 league
ODIs.
that's happening. There's a
Yeah.
T20 league that's happening right now in Dubai, and people are saying because of all of the dew, spinners are almost nullified because they can't even
Inefficient.
grab the ball
Mm.
because the ball's like a soap at the end of the game.
Mm,
Oh,
So
yeah.
I got no clue why they're doing what they're doing because we literally have packed our
yeah.
team with spinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Oh well,
Sundar, you got
With the
Patel, you
introduction of
got Jadeja,
Chakravarti.
yeah, and Chakravarti
cool.
just got added. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well, yeah. From a bowler's, my keen eye is for Shami. I want him to play all three games, bowl all 10 overs. I want to see that game fitness at
I
that
guarantee.
ODI
Yeah, good
level.
call. Yeah, good
Yeah.
call.
Um, and keen to see how Jassi comes back in the third ODI, because that's like his fitness test before Champions Trophy.
Yeah. Um, I'm
Uh,
I'm hoping for some Arshdeep magic this series.
of course, yeah, yeah.
But
Because I,
yeah.
I
Hey,
think I think under the lights he'll swing it good.
question. I think one of the biggest questions that we'll see and we'll get answers tomorrow. Preferred a wicket keeper, KL versus
Or KL,
Pant.
easy KL. Not even a debate for me. I don't even know why people are still
Why?
talking. He's got more runs, way
Yeah.
more stable when it comes to white ball cricket,
ODI.
and
Yeah, that's true.
keeping. I mean, I think he's been fine.
Is that par? Keeping
Yeah,
words, yeah. Okay, fair. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. If
like way more
because punt
solid
we've
than
seen,
Punt.
yeah. Punt is like your quick 20, 30 and you're like done and dusted, which is not
Yeah,
which is not There's no space for
And
it in the ODI. Yeah.
and the opening, would it be Rohit with Jaiswal or Rohit with
Yeah.
Gill?
Jaswal. Ask me Jaswal. Like you had great
Uh,
success in previous ODIs. Why would you break that?
what was the opening for in the World Cup? Gill, right?
In
The
the last year World Cup, Cricket World
Yeah,
Cup?
yeah. No, 2023, the ODI
23.
World
Oh,
Cup.
shit. Oh, I
ODI.
think was it was it Gill, right?
I think it was Gill.
Sorry,
Was
man,
it?
I'm trying to
I'm
erase
trying
that
so
part of
hard.
memory,
So whatever
and you
whatever
keep
whatever
tapping
that,
into
that that combination was, I'll go with that.
it.
Like to me,
Cool, cool.
Jaswal does make more sense, but I
Yeah.
don't think Gill's done anything wrong in ODIs to not be playing it.
Mm.
I feel Gil's the vice captain, right? So Gil's gonna
Oh,
be
so
in
yeah,
the
there you go.
squad.
If he's the
Oh
VC,
yeah,
then
there
he'll
you go.
definitely be in the
He's,
11.
I mean, he's definitely in the 11. My only option, question here is whether he's gonna come opening or he's gonna
Or first
come
drop.
one
He
down.
has to open. He has to open because you need Kohli at one down. Because the moment you push him down, right now we'll have to play one lesser all rounder, and you're
Mm.
gonna
So
carry too many
you,
batters at the top
Ah,
because
okay. But then
Jaswal
so you drop
Satnath
Jaswal.
better, Gill better, Kohli better. So that's too many batters. You need dual skill
uh,
hit players.
Yeah, but your
just
right and left
yeah,
combination.
I was gonna say if you drop Jaiswal and if there is no punt,
It's okay.
our
You got no
batting
lefties.
order is
Except
packed
for
with
Aksar. Yeah.
ba
We
Akshar,
got Aksa. Aksa
Jadeja,
usually floats up and down
Sundar.
if you remember.
Yeah,
So
the
yeah,
only lefty that
Oh,
you could accommodate in your squad would be one of either Akshar, Sundar,
oh, Jadeja.
or Jadeja.
Yeah.
that do. Yeah, that's all good. That's enough. Because
Or I'm just gonna put it there.
Yeah.
You can accommodate Rishabh Pant, and then he's gonna have a concussion sub. He's gonna be very thin and very tall and rock up as Akshar or
Yeah.
Washington Sundar.
but they all can bat though, so it'll be fine anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the batting to
Um,
look out for, Chai from you, from India squad. So you said
keen
bowling,
eyes.
Shami.
Yeah,
You want Shami? And
keen eyes on Sharma and Kohli. All right, I think this is the do or die
oh, this is
moments.
watching, but now the question is, who do you think is gonna kill it in terms of batting? So
Uh,
watching, yeah, I
yeah,
know what you're saying.
I'm tipping for Rahul, KL Rahul.
Oh, good one. Raj?
Rohit Sharma, he's gonna come and kill it. He's gonna come in so aggressive. That first game, it's
Yeah.
gonna be nuts. He'll swing, bro. He'll swing. Like
Oh, he was
you're
saying,
you're you're
yeah.
either gonna see you're either gonna see a quick fire 5 run out or a quick fire 50. But
Uh,
it'll be a quick. Whatever it is, it'll
so
be
it's
quick.
Yeah. We've seen
something
that glimpse
like
in Ranji Trophy. We've seen that glimpse there. He's just
Yeah,
coming, just
yeah,
going bang.
yeah. And
Oh
those
my
are
God.
nice hits.
I,
Those are the nice hits.
I'd
Yeah.
I'd be pretty happy if he rocks up with the same attitude that he came out against Australia in that T20 World Cup,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Oh,
Smash it, destroy those openers' confidence for
just
yeah.
sweep
let him
teams.
stay for 4 or 5 overs, right? I don't want him to stay longer as well. 4 or 5 overs,
4 or 5, but just
smash
hit
the
it around, smash it
just
around.
hit
Yeah.
it around, get a quick 50, 60 on the board in
Yeah.
5, 6 overs, and
Yeah.
that lays out the foundation for everyone that's going to follow.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the, the crazy thing we're forgetting is before he got out for 50 in
Yeah.
India against New Zealand, he was our most informed batter. In a span of five or
Mm,
six games, he's lost our confidence.
Yeah. Well, I think the losses did add
He,
quite a
he,
bit.
he he was our
The
batter. He was our best batter in Sri Lanka, even when we lost in
yeah.
ODIs. In T20s, he was in
Look at
T20
that
World
change.
Cup. He was one of our
uh,
batters. He scored a 50 in the 3 match series before he got
Yeah.
out, and then 2 bad matches, and then 5 bad matches, and actually no, four because he missed the first one, right? So 4 bad
yeah.
matches,
He
and the
missed the
second one.
third one as well. He didn't play the
Oh
fifth one, so
yeah, so
essentially
there's 3 bad
three
matches.
games.
So when you think about
Oh
it, he's actually hasn't had that many bad chances relative to Kohli.
well, close eyes. Let's hope
Yeah. And
the
England
good old
side, Chai and
fire comes
Raj.
out.
England side?
England will be Joe Root for batting.
Oh
And
yeah,
bowling, I'm hoping a bit of Jofra Archer. Actually, no,
yeah,
Mark Wood. I love watching Mark Wood. So Mark Wood.
yeah.
Um, I'm hoping. I mean, it'll be either one of Mark Wood or Gus Atkinson that would make it into the squad.
Mm.
Um,
Surely Mark Wood.
I've,
Yeah, surely Mark
yeah,
would. Yeah.
whoever comes in, those are one of the two bowlers that
Mm.
I'm expecting a lot's gonna happen from in their bowling. Batting, I've got three names. I've
Oh,
got Liam, uh, you know, Butler, Joe Root,
yeah.
and Harry Brooks. Right,
Oh yeah.
three key players. But I feel Joe Root's gonna be the anchorman. He's gonna change fortunes
Yeah.
for England batting.
Yeah, for sure.
Good, good. Good. So I got my analysis. I can make a decision. Perfect.
Uh,
Now,
Yes, well planned with the scriptwriter.
wow.
No, no. I look. True. Eyes are gonna be on Sharma and Kohli because after seeing Kohli's 1-4 and then he got bowled right in trophy, which is hysterical. But I want to watch them. But I'm rooting for Rahul. That kind of a very steady, like a nice 100. But yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm gonna be watching him, and yeah, my boy Ashdeep. Oh, please. And I want
Your boy Ash.
Shami to get some consistency. Yeah, I think he can play. It's a bit of a longer game, more 10 overs. But my boy Ashdeep. Oh, come on, man. From England's side, yeah, pretty much the same. I think I'd give the edge to Mark Wood over Gus Atkinson. I think just yeah, I think he's a really good bowler, but I'm keen for the action between Archer and probably like all our top batsmen because it'd be pretty good. Unfortunately, Samson is not here to hit them for a six on the first ball,
Now we
but
got Rohit to do that.
yeah, we got Rohit to do the same thing. Yeah, and
Like,
batting, I think yeah, Root bringing back Root in like coming back with Root in the squad is a huge, huge plus point for England compared to what we've seen in T20. It's a huge, huge plus point. So Butler and Root for me, really.
And brings in a lot
Yeah.
of balance, right?
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, and the benefit with him especially is he can slow it down and just tap it around, and then he can like strategically just place them for fours and hit for sixes. So which is a really big advantage. Yeah. So no, can't wait. I think it'll be good. It starts tomorrow. I think 7 p.m. our time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Around 7
yeah.
p.m. our time, which is going to be yeah much better than 12:30 in the morning to watch a game. So, all right.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for another episode. This was a pretty good review of what's coming up next. Please, you know the usuals. Please comment below what you guys think of the next three ODIs. And like and